Shop talk, shy, shutty up, shy, day, shy, up, shop tie, shutty up, shop talk.
I'm on my way to a better place. I got a home up high, way beyond the sky. Jesus is there, and a mansion He's prepared for me. And that's where I'm gonna be eternally. A better place. I've got a home up high, way beyond the sky. Jesus is, and the mansion He's prepared. Oh yeah, for me. And that's where I'm gonna be. One day He'll crack the sky. At the twinkling of an eye, I'll see Him face to face. He's gonna carry me up to a place He has prepared for me. I'm gonna live for eternity. That'll be true victory when Jesus comes for me. One day, yes, sir. Jesus is there. Yes, He is. He prepared for me. That's where I'm gonna be. Where I'll be. Going to a better place. Yes, I am. Going to a better place. Y'all gonna look for me, and I'll be gone. I'm going to a better place. Let me tell you where I'm going. I'm going to heaven. Heaven. Yes, I am. Yeah. Going to a better place. Try to keep it together. Oh, heaven. Yes, sir. Heaven. I'm going to a better place. I'm going to heaven. Yes, I am. Going to heaven. I'm going. Yeah, I'm going. Going to. Yes, I am. Going to heaven. I'm going. Yeah, I'm going. I'm going to heaven. Heaven. Thank you, Lord.
What is going on, good people? It is your man, D Toll. It is another day's journey. It's another day for Shop Talk. And I don't know about you, but I am excited about it. Listen, for the next hour, we're going to take this incredible journey where we're going to talk about literally any and everything. We do it all right here on your favorite network. Listen, before we get going, I want to give a shout out to Angela Marie. That was her song that we just played to open up the show. Angela Marie, the song is called Heaven. It did feature Alfreda Lyons Campbell, as well as yours truly. And wanted to make sure that I gave her a great, great big shout out. Listen, we've got so much to talk about that we've got to get right into it. So do me a favor, get on the phone, call, text, tweet, Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, Social Cam, Threads, Marco Polo, whatever it is that you use. But you know who you got to tell. Tell your mama them, Ray Ray, Shay Shay, Day Day, Delicious Nim, Nut Nut Nim, Pojo Nim. Let them all know that we are live right here, right now on the Shop Talk family of networks. Those of you who are watching us live, either on YouTube or Facebook, first of all, welcome to the show. Secondly, we want to make sure that you tag 3 people. Yeah, do that. Just do it. Just tag 3 people in the comments and let them know what you are watching and make it happen that way. We're glad to have you hanging out with us, as well as I say it every week, but I don't want to take it for granted. I want to welcome all of our listeners from our radio partners around the country. A few months ago, our show has gone what we call syndicated, where we're not just streaming on our home network, but we're streaming on other radio networks around the country. And I'm super, super grateful for that opportunity. So we want to welcome all of those listeners from those different radio stations. Welcome to the show. Listen, we've got some great things in store for you. All right, y'all. With that being said, if you didn't know, my name is Demetrius Tolfree. It literally says so right there. And you can always hit me up everywhere on social media at DTolfree, at DTOLEFREE. Would love to have you follow me. And I know I'm not supposed to do it that way, but if you follow me, I'm going to follow you back and do what I can to make it happen. All right, y'all, let's get ready to bring up our first co-host out in the building. But before I do that, let me give a quick shout out to one of the homies hanging out with us who is actually in radio, who is a great, great person to know. And that is my friend, Curtis Barry Martin. Incredible, incredible guy. He has been sending me great artists to play on our network for many, many years. Curtis, man, glad to have you hanging out with us today. And yes, we do need to catch up real, real soon. All right, y'all, with that being said, let's get ready to bring up our first co-host. Now, I'm going slightly out of my normal order. I'm going to reach out to Charlotte, North Carolina first today. I'm going to reach out there first today. Shout out to Arletta Williams Bass, who is in the building. Arletta, what is going on? Glad to have you hanging out with us. Out in Charlotte, North Carolina is my homie. She is in the building. Incredible person, all around smart person. And she always makes me laugh one way or the other. And for whatever reason, she likes to play the devil's advocate. It's all good to me. Let's bring her up without further ado, my friend, the incredibly talented, the wonderful woman of God, Yolanda Wild Praise Morant. Yolanda, girl, what is going on? Welcome to today's show.
Hey, what's up? What's good? It's cracking. How you doing?
All is well. I'm glad to see you. I see you. You ready for Disneyland, Disney World?
I'm always ready for Disney. Don't play. Anybody feeling Disney in their heart? Oh, I'm always ready.
I feel you. I'm not mad at you. And thank you for being here with us. I saw you in the background as the little song was playing. I seen you in the background cutting up, doing whatever it is that you were doing. And but I'm grateful to have you on today's show. You're a great asset to what we do. I know I don't always say that enough, but I want to just make sure I say it today that you are a great asset to what we do here at Shop Talk, and I'm glad to have you hanging out with us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We're going to keep things going. Shout out to my guy, Stephen Parker, who always is doing something, but he's the Bay Area's host. He has affectionately become the Bay Area's host, and he's telling me that one day he'll make it on my show. Wow, really? Anyway, Stephen Parker, glad to have you hanging out with us. Let's get ready to go on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again with one of my friends who is normally in Hercules doing things, but today she is making things happen currently from the road. She'll probably get to where she's going before we finish today's show, but let's bring her up. My homegirl, Ashlyn Tara Cole. Ashlyn, girl, what is going on?
What's going on, good people? From the vehicle. I got bars calls.
You know what? I can't.
Barnacles.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'll be at the house in like 5 minutes, and then I'll be out the car. So I let y'all. I didn't want to be late. I didn't want to be late.
It's all good. I appreciate it. While you're doing that, listen, we're happy to have you with us. Glad to have you and Yolanda with us. It's still March. We're almost at the end of March, but
Mm-hmm.
it is still Women's History Month, and we've been talking about women's
Mm-hmm.
history throughout the month. Last week, we got a chance to speak life, if you will, into Yolanda Wild Praise and Rant.
Thank
She
you.
almost even tried to shed a tear. Girl, quit playing. Anyway, she know we appreciate her. And the week before that, Ashley, girl, don't you wreck trying to show these hearts. The week before that, we got a chance to just talk to Ashley Cole about all the things that she does, and she's also a great asset to what we've done. She's been my day one here at Shop Talk. We started this. We still haven't figured out. We was talking about this last week. We still haven't figured out the exact day or year when we started Shop Talk. We're gonna figure that out so we can figure out a potential
Mm.
anniversary and make that happen. Ashley, you still have no idea. You still can't remember what year that was. I know we were in Las Vegas at the Stellars for the first time,
So we'll have
and
to go back. I have to check my email for my Southwest flight receipts. That's how I'll know what our anniversary date is. My Southwest ticket receipt will tell us, because that's I've only
wow.
been to the Stellars 3 times, so that would tell me what it is.
Okay, well, you know what? You check on that on your end. I'll check on it on my end, and we will see what we come up with. All right, y'all. It's time to get things going. Let's get ready to quickly run through today's National Day. I only have two. Today's National Day. I only have two. First off, today is well, if my mother was living, she would be interested to see what my response would be to this. And that is today is National Spinach Day. National Spinach
Mm.
Day. So those
Mm.
of you who may have grew up watching Popeye like I did on an everyday basis, I'm strong to the finish because I eats me spinach, and it is something that I do eat. I did grow up eating spinach, and I still eat it now in my 50s. So National Spinach Day. So those of you who eat spinach or like it, this
I
might be
hate
your day.
spinach.
Oh, it's
You
so
hate it?
good for you, though. It's better for
Yeah,
Oh,
it
you.
is
can't
good for you.
stand those
Yeah.
spinach. Ugh.
Really? Well, you
Mm.
know what?
Thank
Then
God
maybe
for
you won't
Popeye.
get spinach today. But the National Spinach Day. And then lastly, today is National Epilepsy Awareness Day.
Mm.
National Epilepsy Awareness Day. So if you know someone that may have epilepsy or goes through those type of things, this might be a day just to reach out to encourage them, to let them know that on this particular day that you not only were you thought about, but we prayed for you as well. All right, y'all, we're going to keep things going. Shout out to Brenda Irving in the building. Brenda, what is going on? Glad to have you hanging out with us. Happy Shop Talk Day. All right, now we're going to go quickly to our birthdays. We only have three. I've tried to shorten this and just find people that I think that we all know. And today is the 81st birthday of Diana Ross. Yes, incredible singer extraordinaire, mother extraordinaire too. She has some great children, Tracy Ellis Ross, and I can't think of her son's name. I'm looking at him in the face. But today is her birthday. She turns 81. So shout out to her. Also, politician from I believe she's from California, Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi turns 85 today. So happy 85th birthday to her. And last but not least, it would have been, it would have been the great Teddy Pendergrass. Today would have been his
Wow.
birthday. He was born this day in 1950, passed in 2010. And anytime I
Mm.
think about Teddy Pendergrass, first thing I think is to turn off the light. Yeah, I know. Turn them off. You know what I'm saying? And then light a candle. I know one thing. After he got through singing the way he sang to you, I know you better have them lights off. Anyway, it's all of their birthdays. Ashton, I know you're driving, but I'm still going to throw it out to you so that you can encourage someone on today for their birthday. The virtual floor is now yours.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, you could turn the lights off, or you could leave lights on. Let me look at you. Or you could, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Whatever you do today with your light, I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to hear about it, because God gave it to you on this day.
And yes, on this day, we will celebrate you and whatever might be going on in your life. We'll hear back from
Hey, we
Ashley
don't.
in just a moment. But go right ahead. Yolanda, you trying to
Hey,
get
we
my
don't
attention?
forget. Yesterday was a. You gotta think about
Oh,
the time that did me. Yesterday was Aretha Franklin's birthday.
it was. Yes, it was. Yesterday was Aretha Franklin's birthday. And I seen people posting all around on Facebook and Instagram and all these different
Yeah.
places about her. And we was glad to be able to mention that. Shout out to Cynthia Lewis, who is in the building. Cynthia, what is going on? Glad to have you hanging out. All right, y'all. We will get Ashlyn back in just a few.
Mm.
But since we were talking about the city of Hercules, why don't we go away from Ashland's and go up the street around the corner into this particular cul-de-sac? There's a red door. If you knock on the door, you'll get a person that might come to open it, and that is our guy who is in the building, Ja'Cory Prothro. Ja'Cory, man, what is going on?
Don't stop knocking.
What's
Hey, don't
up?
stop knocking at my door. Oh.
Oh,
That's the
Yo-Yo was over
song.
there having it this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Man, we glad to have you hanging out with us, man. Welcome to today's show. We've got a lot of things to talk about, and we're going to make some things happen. Shout out again to Cynthia Lewis, who was saying, good to see us. Listen, Cynthia, I hope that I may see you. I think if you still live in California, I hope that I
Yeah,
may
she
see you
does.
on the first Sunday in San Francisco as her former pastor and my friend, the pastor Henry Davis, will be installed as a pastor at a new church in San Francisco. So hopefully, Cynthia, I'll see
Oh,
you on that
nice.
day. It's my plan to be there and be able to make things happen. All right, y'all. With that being said, we're going to keep things going. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's jump into our first thing, and that is many of us have cell phones. I have a cell phone. I'm sure all of us have a cell phone, and I have AT&T. I don't know how many
Uh-huh.
of you have AT&T, but I have
Uh-huh.
AT&T as my carrier. And for the longest time, they gave me a nice, well, I won't say a nice discount, but they gave me a discount for setting up auto pay. Now, most of us don't like auto pay because
No,
auto pay
baby.
always take your money out on the wrong day or overdraw your
Wrong day.
account or all of those kind of things. But you know, I now have 3 jobs, so if I can't get it done with 3 jobs, I just don't know what else to do. But anyway, so I have auto pay with AT&T, and they gave me a little discount for doing that. Well, now they're getting ready to decrease the amount of discount that they give me for doing auto pay. And I think it was like $10, $15, whatever it was. Now they're about to minimize it to $5. Oh, Ja'Cory, you already knew. You already heard about it. Yeah, it's only going to
Mm,
be $5 now for me having auto pay with AT&T. I mean, they're already taking all my money. I feel like I'm paying a car note for cell phone service for my family. Ja'Cory, man, what's your thought on this, bro?
man, I'm having a problem every time I go to the mailbox because my insurance went up too. So, I mean, I'm gonna have to go on and do what I got to do so I can save that 5. Because I mean, a penny earned is a penny saved, but it's getting a little
Hey.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. It's getting crazy out here in these streets. And but yeah, so those of you who've been doing auto pay, I'm not going to tell you to stop doing auto pay, but the discount that we got that was a little more, a couple extra pennies is now only going to be $5. So hopefully we will be able to make the adjustments as we go. All right, y'all, we're going to keep things going. And in doing so, I just want to mention many people who watch us. And first of all, I am grateful to everyone who watches us. I found out that a lot of people watch the re-air or they'll watch it later in the day. I didn't know this. I thought most of our viewership happened during the actual show. But as I go back and look at the numbers every week, we get a lot of people who watch our show after the show has been fully recorded. And I just want to say thank you for that. But a lot of people who hit me up, I know other DJs, you know, I'm not a DJ per se, but I've had to step in that role. But I know other people who DJ and stuff like that and that watch our show. I'm going to just give you this quick tidbit. Those of you who DJ, you can now, for the longest time, you had to own the music that you put into your software to DJ, or it had to be on a CD, or you had to upload all this music into your computer, which was messing up your hard drive and all kind of stuff. Well, now Apple Music has finally allowed DJs to use Apple Music while they are DJing, which for DJ, this is a big
That's
deal.
huge.
This is a big deal because now you can pick any song, you can take any request that may come your way, simply go into Apple Music, find a song, and you can add that into your DJing software and be able to make that happen. Now, Wild Praise, I don't know how much of a big thing that is for you, but for those who do DJing, this is a big deal.
That's huge. So I don't know how long we had to talk about this. How does that? I think this is huge in so many. First of all, this is like big because that wasn't. I mean, we talking about we young, right? Let's say it like that. We young. So back in the day, DJs actually DJ and they had records, right?
Yeah.
And so this is very different because we're in a digital age and Apple Music is in truth Apple Music is dope. I know a lot of us were like no at first. But what's
Yeah.
cool is you can go back and find an album from like 50 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But what's I think even more dope is that if artists have all of their things in place. I think this is great for artists because your music is going to be spinning. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is really cool. But doesn't it mean if artists watch this that you have to have all of your credits correct?
That's a good thing
Is
to
that what
know.
that would mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking actually. Is that what that would have to mean?
Well, it means a lot of things for DJs themselves. Yes, it means they don't have to lug around albums and all that kind of stuff any longer.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that secondly, don't have to upload all this music to their computer or have to have an external hard drive with music on it. They no longer have to do that. They can just simply open up their DJing software. They can open up Apple Music, take the link from the song that they're trying to put and throw it into the DJing software and be able to make things happen. It is quick and in a hurry. They can make things happen. Especially, a lot of DJs get a lot of requests on the fly of songs they may know or may not have had or may not have had in their back pocket. And now this takes the limits off what they could be able to do while DJing. So I think it's huge.
This is cool. But the other side, I think you said the devil's advocate. It's not that. It is, but it's like the other. It's like the other thought. I always think. Try to think broad, right? So the
Yeah.
thought is, I think about people who old school DJs who may not be feeling this because they're used to being able to, what I'm saying, like OD with records and scratch and I don't know how deep. That's not my field, right? So I stick
Yeah.
to what I know. So DJing, does that mean you'll still be able to mix these? Because what was cool about DJing is they pulled in a little bit of respect and whatever may have flowed into that. It may have been a little Luther, it may have been a little
Mhm.
Teddy, it may whatever for whatever fit the particular event they were doing. So
Yeah.
my question would be to DJs: are you still able to give us that kind of thing with the Apple Music term?
Absolutely, they can. So it just makes them have just a more vast library of music
Wow,
to
that's
pull
cool.
from. And so I think it's huge. I think many DJs that use software, which most of them do nowadays, this will be a big boost in what they do, and they will no longer be able to say, "I don't have that song." So they'll be able to just pick from, go right into
Wow.
Apple Music, and as long as it's there, add it in. They can scratch it, whatever it is they do to make things happen. So I think this is super huge for DJs. So hopefully that helps them, and we'll keep it going from there. All right, y'all. We're going to keep things going. I know you're saying, but we're not staying long on all the subjects because we got so much to talk about that I can't stay there. And then I'm doing this for Jacory because Jacory likes to help us make things keep moving. And so with Jacory in mind today, we're going to keep things moving. So with that being said, now I know Ashton has just now chimed back in, and we'll bring her up as soon as she says she's ready. And but listen, I want to tell you something. This week, now this may have nothing to do with y'all, and I should have had my green and yellow on. But this week, the Major League Baseball starts their new season. Major League Baseball starts their new season this year, and for the first time since 1968, the Oakland A's will not be playing at the Oakland Coliseum. First time since 1968. They were playing there before I was born. They moved from Kansas City to Oakland in 1968 and played there from 1968 until 2024. You all can do the math on that. I believe that is 56 years that they were in that location, and now they have moved on. They're currently playing in Sacramento in a lot smaller location. but they'll be playing in Sacramento for the next 2 years. And then it is proposed that in 2028 that they will move to Las Vegas to a brand new location that used to be on the Tropicana.
Wow, that's
I'm sick of Las Vegas. Las Vegas
Yeah.
needs to sit down. They done took everything from us. What we gonna do?
I really don't know. I don't know. Yeah, they have the Raiders already, and now here comes the A's, and so
So they're
I'm
taking
floored by
your
it.
baseball team?
Well, the owner of the baseball team, along with the Owners Association of MLB, approved this move. They've been trying to move for a while. We thought they were going to move somewhere else, either in Oakland or somewhere still in the Bay Area. They talked about somewhere in downtown Oakland, Jacqueline Square, for a long time. That fell through. They had talked about previously moving to Fremont, which is about 20 miles down the road. That fell through. And so the owner was fed up, and he somehow was able to lobby the city of Las Vegas, Nevada. And so that is where they will be moving. Oakland no longer has any.
Oakland is closed. Oakland is closed down.
So do y'all have, I'm not a sports guy. I'm a little lost. Okay, maybe we'll have time for that because I'm a little lost. Because that'd be like someone saying we're gonna move the Denver Broncos to LA. I mean, it just, I don't get it.
It can
So
happen.
why would you? That's wild.
It can happen. It can happen. If the owner of that team wants to move and the city that they wants to welcome them to come, then it can definitely happen. Like the Oakland Raiders was in Oakland. They moved to Los Angeles for a while. That didn't work out. They moved back to Oakland. Then they got tired of Oakland because they never got a new stadium that they had been promised and wanted to have. And it never panned out. I see you, Michelle Peters. She says it's very political. What is going on?
Okay.
Michelle Peters, who is a incredible worker for the city of San Francisco. If anybody could tell us about some politics, Michelle Peters definitely could do so. So yeah, it's very political. A lot of things happen, and I wish them all the best. I do plan on somehow getting to Sacramento for a game. Now in Oakland, I went to several games, but we'll see what happens. We'll keep it going and keep that.
Hey, I have one quick question, Michelle Peters. It said church girl shirt. Tees.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh man, shout out to her. You know, I'm gonna say this. Okay, it's Wednesday, right? It means it's Women Crush Wednesday. Before anybody had shirts online, bling shirts, she was the first person I ever saw that had like bling tees available that you could actually purchase, like quote unquote online, right? I think I found her like way back in the day on like MySpace. So shout out to her. That's dope.
Yeah, that is my homie, Michelle Peters, incredible entrepreneur. You want to talk about women's history, especially here in the Bay Area. Women's history cannot be written without mentioning the name of Michelle Peters and Church Girl Tees. She has done events. She has done so many different things to promote her Christian brand. And I think she's still doing it. Michelle, if you're still watching, if you're still doing your teas, if you could put a website or a link or a way for people to get in contact with you, we would love to make sure that we make that happen. But I promise you, the Christian tea thing, I mean, she was doing it with Mary and all these type of people. She was making things happen before anybody else. She is definitely what we call a trailblazer. So as we talk about Women's History Month, glad to be able to shout out my homie, who we always fuss and fight. We're friends and not friends, love each other. Then we fall out and fall back in all the time. But there is nobody like my homegirl, Michelle Peters. Glad to have her hanging out with us. All right, y'all. We're going to get ready to bring Ashlyn Cole back up. I think she's now ready. Ashlyn Tara Cole in the building. Ashlyn, you come in at a great time because we're getting ready to talk about something that you sent me this morning. Okay. And I actually want to read what it is that you sent me. I was, first of all, you all don't know what I went through to make sure that I was here today. I was going to be in a G14 classified location today because I was, being a father, being a parent to one of my children, and she needed some assistance as she's going through nursing school, and she wanted me to be close to her as she prepared for something. So I packed up everything and went to a G14 classified location. Got to the place and got to the hotel and, spent a nice little piece of change on this hotel because my kids are bougie. Anyway, I don't know how that happened, but anyway, so I get them set up. I get her set up. I try to connect my computer to the hotel Wi-Fi. Could never get connected. She comes in with her computer, 2 seconds, she's connected. I go to the front desk. I do all these different things. Could never get me connected. I said, you know what? There's no way I'm missing this show. So I got her off to her class this morning, packed up everything, got in my little hoopty, ran across the bridge, and was able to get here just in time for Ashton to tell me that United Airlines is in the news. United Airlines. I wish Pancho was here because Pancho actually works for United Airlines. Shout out to Linda Clark out in Georgia, who is in the building. Linda, what is going on? But Pancho, who works for United Airlines, probably does not know about this as of yet. And if he does, he didn't tell me. And I talked to him last night. But United Airlines shows me Ashlyn Cole. United Airlines has to divert a flight. Unusually so. Now, it wasn't a medical emergency. Nobody had any problems medically on the flight, but they had to divert the flight. Shout out to my guy Albert Macklin. Albert Macklin is in the building, who is a straight up jokester, but he is in here. Glad to have you with us, Pastor Albert Macklin. But United Airlines had to divert a flight. They were on their way to Shanghai, China, which I have been to, oddly enough. They were on their way to Shanghai, China, and had to divert the flight because the pilot forgot his passport. The pilot forgot his passport. I know. Let me read this to you. Over the weekend, a flight was leaving the Los Angeles International Airport, headed to Shanghai, China. Again, I have been there. An incredible place in the world. The plane, which was carrying about 270 people, had to land in San Francisco, which is where Pancho works, at about 5 p.m. local. This was on Saturday. And a new crew had to come on board that could continue to the destination. The airline said that the customers were provided with meal vouchers and compensation for the inconvenience. Okay. Yeah. What type of inconvenience could that be that the pilot himself or herself forgot their passport, had to divert to San Francisco, get a whole new crew, no telling how long that whole situation took, and then be able to go on their way to Shanghai. Ashton, go right ahead.
I might get some pushback and some flack for this. I want to know who his wife is. I want to know who the pilot's wife is. I want to know, maybe he's not married. Maybe the pilot is not married. But if he's married, I want to know who his wife is. Because if my husband is a pilot, he's not leaving without food, hydration, driver's license, all of those things. All of those things. If my husband is a pilot and he has a big, like, important job like that, where the lives of 200 plus people are in his care, yes, I would have his support system, his help meet.
Yes, I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's inexcusable. That's like, well, I can't even come up with another example, because that would be the example that I would use. If somebody left something that was silly, pilot, as somebody said here, I would use that as an example. It's like a pilot flying to Shanghai without a passport. Yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah. So he gets the donkey of the day. Yes, that's what he gets. He gets the donkey of the day. Yeah.
That is interesting. That is funny. Jacory, man, come on, bro. We've been on flights all around the country, man. Can you imagine being late, getting where you're going, I'm sure, I can't tell you how long that particular diversion had to have taken, because they had to get a whole new crew. That first crew had to deplane. New crew had to on plane, get everybody situated, get the new everybody on and get straight. What an inconvenience. I mean, I see they got a little piece of change and a food voucher, but Jacory, man, come on, bro.
This probably would have made me cuss. Y'all know, I got that. That part of me is hidden, but the right situation can pull it out. Do you know how many times when I'm getting ready to go somewhere that I check to make sure I have my ID and passport on my way to a flight? It's just like my phone. So I mean, it's he needs to be fired and never rehired.
Oh, fired.
Yeah. Wow.
Fired.
That's interesting because my cousin Shannon Smith chimed in and he says, I wonder what happened to the pilot. I'm with you. So Jacory, you're on the same wavelength as my cousin Shannon. Interesting. Yolanda, I'm going to bring it up to you, but while we do that, let me just bring Emetrius Hunter on. Emetrius, man, welcome to today's show. Glad to have you hanging out. We'll come right back to you. But Yolanda, tell me, I mean, you fly quite often, right? Regularly. You fly regularly. Can you imagine being diverted because the pilot forgot something very, very important and you're trying to get somewhere?
Yes, I have. So, I saw a post about 2 days ago from gospel artist Jonathan McReynolds, and he said everybody's going through something. We're all going through something, give people some grace. So, First Lady hat. I think we should give the guy some grace. Here's why. I was going to Japan one year, and the whole flight, it was an up and down situation. Short story, it was an up and down situation. Something was going on with the plane, and they literally had us sitting on the plane. Then we got off, and literally that happened that roundabout kind of way about 3 or 4 times. And they said everything's fixed, and we were on the plane. They said, "Look, don't got it," and they put us off the plane, right? Not put us off, but they got us off the plane, right? So in all that's going on, planes are falling out the sky. I say that God saved me from something I didn't know about. So you forgot your passport. I tell you, I like but listen, you ever forget your keys and you cannot figure out where your keys are, and you're like running around like, well, I know I put the keys right here.
Right.
And then you look up and they're right there. It's just me. I always believe God saved you from something you don't know about. So somebody else, was it negligent? Yes. You're a pilot, you're a professional. Should you always make sure that you have all of your credentials and everything in place? Absolutely. But you're a pilot and you forgot your passport, and they had to divert the plane in San Francisco. Yeah. So on the onset you're upset, but on the other side, we're believers, right? Jesus just saved me from something I didn't know about. I'm all right with that. Give me that food voucher and some money. I'm good.
I ain't mad at you. So basically, you're going churchy, you're telling us, and you're reminding us that in all things that we should give thanks.
I mean, a plane literally came out the sky. Planes are literally falling, and there's no explanation. They're putting people off planes, so we can be mad. I get it. I've been diverted multiple times, but now I just have a different outlook.
Yeah,
make up the difference.
Good. That's good.
I like it. I like that thought process. That's not even your norm. Normally you're the devil's advocate, but now you're being the Lord's
holy.
In this one.
I ain't
mad at you. I am not mad at you. Emetrius Hunter, man, welcome to today's show. You caught us right in the middle of talking about a pilot who forgot his passport, and the whole plane had to be diverted. Instead of going to Shanghai, China, they had to divert from Los Angeles to San Francisco. They had to get a whole new crew. I want to address what Linda Clark says. She says, just replace the pilot. Why do I need to get off the plane? Linda, the people didn't have to get off the plane, just the crew. They just had to replace the crew. So I just want to give you that clarity. But Emetrius, man, you fly between here and New York and Dallas and all the other places that you go. Can you imagine being diverted because a pilot forgot something very important to get you where you need to go?
I mean, honestly, I would be upset, but I don't know. I'm not really, because I like perks. So, they give me some good perks, I'll be all right. Just get me where I need to go. Because most of the time, if I'm traveling that far, I'm going on a vacation anyway. So I got time. So I got time and a free meal, free hotel stay. If I don't feel like getting on this flight or stay on this flight or whatever they want to offer me, I'm going to take it all. Because, but that, Yolanda said something really good that kind of just changed my whole response. She was like, this could have been a reason why this flight was delayed. This may not have been the people on this plane. We don't know what could have happened or what would have happened. But definitely as a flight attendant or even pilots, doing international flights. I thought there was like a checkoff list before they're getting on these planes as well, which includes international passports and stuff like that when they're doing international flights. I know this from friends who are flight attendants. And one of my friends he had just got on the international flights. He had a passport. His passport expired. And so he didn't even realize it expired until he went to report to work at JFK. And during checkoff, they told him his passport expired. So they had to put him back on the local schedule.
So who didn't check him off?
Flight attendants, they want that international flight is more money. So,
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Very interesting.
I'm surprised too, because oftentimes you can literally get a passport within a matter of hours. If you have an emergency and you have a flight, I would think that these airlines would have an in-house person that would be connected to getting legal documents or getting the passports or something like that. What happens if somebody loses the passport? What happens if, anything can happen? I would think that would be a smart investment for the airlines to have a liaison at their location, at their hub, that they could have something like that. So even the passport cards. Now there are passport books that you've seen typically in the movies where they stamp your passport and it's a book and people like to keep track of where they go. But there are actually passport cards that you can use, and it is the same as a passport. You just don't get a stamp when you enter into a country.
Well, speaking of that,
both.
They don't do the stamps any longer. Some countries don't do the stamps any longer. I just came from out of the country, and I was so excited when I got to the country and was getting ready to go through whatever it is you go through when you enter to another country.
Customs.
Thank you so very much. I was so excited to go through customs. I had my passport in hand. They went through all my stuff and they looked at me and said, "Okay, goodbye." I was like, "You're not going to stamp it?" Like, "Oh no, we don't do that no more. That's countries don't do that no more." It happened to me when I went to the Bahamas. It happened to me when I just came from Jamaica. They don't stamp your passports any longer. So that's something good to know. Speaking of something good to know, we are just a few weeks away from having to have your real ID.
That's right.
Your real ID. So those of you who travel, of course I do. All of us do. You have to be able to have your real ID when you get ready to make things happen. So make sure you do that. Go out to your local DMV. I think there's some particular things you have to bring with you, whether it's your birth certificate or something you have to bring a copy of. But you need to get your real ID if you're going to continue to travel domestically here in the United States. Pastor Albert Macklin says, where's the last time you checked your driver's license? Have you ever had an expired driver's license? I know that has happened to many people. Hasn't happened to me, but I can tell you I have seen many people driving around. You can go into any DMV and see a line of people that are in there because their driver's license has expired. So don't let that be you. Especially those of you in San Francisco. I'm actually going a little bit off topic because you need to know this. San Francisco has just had a law has been passed where they can put up speed cameras on the freeways. I've seen them already being installed. And if you go 11 miles over the printed speed limit, you will get a ticket in the mail for speeding without the CHP, without the motorcycle cops, without any type of local law enforcement stopping you. You will get a ticket in the mail. So keep that in mind, especially those of you in San Francisco.
This is just in the Bay Area.
So far, it started in San Francisco, right? Go ahead, Ashley.
All right.
I have a fun fact that I want to add to that. Like, I have often wondered why some yellow lights are longer than other yellow lights. Some yellow lights are quick, and you're like, I can make it. And then you halfway in and it's red. And you're like, how did it happen so fast? But then other times yellow lights are long and you're like, I could have made that. And so, fun fact, the yellow light is based on the speed limit at that intersection. And I never knew that. I was yesterday years old when I found this out. And if the speed limit is 35 miles per hour, then the yellow light will be held for 3.5 seconds. But if you're at an intersection on a freeway, like an interstate where they come to a big, you know what I mean? Like a big intersection, and the speed limit is 55, then your yellow light will be 5.5 seconds. So it's just something to keep in mind. If you're in city streets and the speed limit is 15 or 20, you're gonna have a little short little window. So yellow means stop in some cases, and sometimes yellow means step on the gas. But you got to discern that based on where you are, based on the speed limit. Just a little fun fact for the day.
That is a good fun fact and something great to know. Thank you for sharing that. Shout out to Tracy J. Wilson, who is in the building joining us on YouTube, and she's now here with us and shouting us all out individually. And we appreciate Tracy for hanging out with us. All right, y'all. We get ready to go to our next subject, also brought to us by Ashlyn. This one may shock you to death. This one may shock you to death. And because here's what happens. We have 3 children who tried to kill their mother. Why? Because she turned off the Wi-Fi.
My.
I know. I know. I'm just as stunned as you all are. Let me read you this story. It says 3 teenage girls have been arrested, accused of trying to kill their own mother after she turned off the Wi-Fi in their house. According to this report in Harris County Sheriff's Office in Houston, Texas, it was revealed that the 3 girls, which are 14, 15, and 16 years old, the 3 siblings allegedly coordinated a plan to try and kill their mother because she had turned off the home Wi-Fi. And this has been verified even by us here as well. And it says that all 3 grabbed kitchen knives and chased her throughout the house and into the street, attempting to stab her. The mother was struck with a brick, the sheriff's reported. The girls even knocked down their 70-year-old grandmother, who was trying to protect their 39-year-old mother from being slashed.
They wasn't black. They wasn't black.
Knives.
They wasn't black.
Well, despite the shocking, violent attack, no serious injuries were reported to either the mother or the grandmother. 3 kids, 14, 15, 16, mad because their mother turned off the Wi-Fi, got kitchen knives, chased their mother, knocked their grandmother over in an attempt to try and stab and kill their mother.
Jesus.
Sound like a clear family to me.
It doesn't say what their ethnicity is, but Bishop Charles Reed, who is in Texas, he says, oh no, in Texas, no less. Yes, shaking his head. Yes, it is there in Texas. Shout out to Wendy Lawson in the building. Crazy. Welcome to the show. Yolanda, I see your face of shock. Therefore, I'm going to start with you. What is your thought on this here?
Baby, I wish I would have told Malaya. If you don't turn the Wi-Fi on, y'all wouldn't even know my name. You hear me? My country tell mama, almost. That's what I keep thinking about. My mama be like, you better take her to jail. Because if you don't take it, I'm going to sound like her. Well, thank you, mommy, for that. You better take her to jail. Because if you don't take her to jail, I'm going to be in jail. See, I had that kind of mom. She was pretty. She was all those things, right? She's a pretty lady, sweet, kind, red nails, all of that. She shoved and ice and pretty. But, baby, that lady would take you up out of here.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
You running down the street. First of all, over Wi-Fi. First of all, there's no trying to kill a mama for anything of any kind. All right, but Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Because she told you can't play the game no more, or you can't da-da-da no more, and so you have the audacity. Oh no.
Yeah, it has happened, Ja'Cory. Now I know your mother Yolanda. I don't see her in the comments today. I don't think she may not be watching today, but she may watch the rebroadcast of this. tell me, man, we got 3 kids trying to kill their mother over the Wi-Fi, man. What's your thought on this?
My thought is punishment has changed in our current day, and I feel as though the reason the Wi-Fi was turned off was a sign of punishment. And what I've seen, even with my nieces and nephew, is there's no fear from the kids have no fear when it comes to their parent and how they punish their children.
Yeah.
So today we have become friends with our children to where they think they can run the house, but they don't have no funds to make the house operate. So, those other words are rising because I don't even have no kids, but somebody would have done the earnings for. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Really,
I'm
really curious about the ethnicity. Y'all really had me.
They didn't.
I'm up here checking.
It
to
didn't
see
say.
what their ethnicity. I'm looking for a mug shot. I'm trying to find out because here's the thing. I as a teacher, and Ja'Cory knows because he's my co-teacher in the classroom in Oakland. We have every ethnicity. I'm talking about we are every color of the rainbow: black, white, red, purple, green, in the classroom, and they all equally act a fool sometimes. Equally. And this is, I'm talking about 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. So a little younger than these young ladies that we're talking about. But if you take something away, or you tell them that they can't, or you tell them no for something, they lose their God-given minds. I have never seen anything like it. I am not sure they will punch a teacher in the face. They have no fear. And it's not even that they have no fear. They have no sense of respect or no sense of a separation between adults and them or authority. They have no recognition for authority. And you have to coax. I'm not a coaxer, okay? This is how it is, and that's how it is. I'm the type of mom, I'm cooking one thing. If you want to eat, you're going to eat what's on your plate. I'm not making 3 different meals or 6. That was never the mother that I was. But these kids nowadays demand to be treated better. First of all, better than I treat myself. That's first. But second of all, they have no sense of authority. And so I'm not shocked. I'm saddened, but I'm not shocked by this behavior because life equals Wi-Fi. Life equals social media. Life equals TikTok. Life equals selfies. It's all about image. It's all about how many followers you have. What's your IG handle? Kids are not even exchanging phone numbers anymore. What's your IG handle? What's your handle? That's how it is. Can I get your number? Is how we used to talk to. Can I get your IG? What's your handle? It's crazy. The world is going crazy, and the young people are looking for guidance. They need more guidance. They need more structure. They don't need more leniency. And that's where we have made a mistake as parents. That's how we have made a mistake as teachers. That's how we've made a mistake as people in authority over children. We are too lenient, and we think we're gonna be friends with the kids, and then they're gonna like us, and it's good. No, baby. The kids are not your friends. They are screaming out for structure, and they're screaming out for authority figures. Somebody to step in and say, this ain't the way. This ain't the way. So I don't know how we're going to fix it. We need a miracle from heaven is what we need. But we need to be praying not only for our kids, but we need to be asking God, please order our steps in how we govern the children. They've been given to us. We're responsible for them. But we have to govern ourselves accordingly. We can't be you, and it's no me. You got to start with me. What am I doing? What can I change? How can I shift to change the culture that is this next generation?
Can I add one thing before you bring in Michi? Somebody said something about administrators and she was talking. I thought about one thing. My very first day of high school, my mom brought me to the school when you had to take your kids to school to sign up, right? And I walked in, and there was I don't know if it matters the ethnicity, but it was a Black administrator. But I think it does matter the level of respect and the whole vibe of it takes a village. And so my mom told the teacher, she, told the administrator, my name is Malaya, and this is my daughter, da 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 da. She said, now, if you have any problems, let me tell you how I knew I wasn't going, it wasn't going to be no problems. And the lady said, oh man, we'll have no problems. And that was kind of the bridge across the board. It's like, oh no, we'll have no problems out of Yolanda. We'll make sure to call if we do. And that was the message to all teachers and to everybody. If you ever have a problem with Yolanda, don't. And if my mom came to school, baby, there was a problem.
Yeah.
So I agree with Ashton said. I think it's a loss in communication. It's a loss in respect because you knew you did not play these games with people. So it would be the lady that would come out the door across the street and say, hey, what you got going on over there?
Right.
What are you doing? But like she said, we've lost that sense of community. Felicia Rashad was talking about that. We've lost that sense of community and dignity and respect because it's just like kind of like a free for all, really. Go ahead.
Absolutely. I'm with you. Demetrius, you have 1 minute to close us out with this, bro. What's your thought on this, man?
I think Ja'Cory said one of the best things in this whole process is parents being too friendly with their kids. And that's where we're at right now. Yeah. That's exactly where we're at. Where we get things like this where Bonquisha, Shanika, and Lil Lily want to go jump on their mama, or I don't know if it was Amy, Karen, and Sarah. Whoever. Right. This is where we're at with this right here. And then where we're at with this is even going back to the educational process. When I went to school, I wasn't trying to jump on a teacher. I was too scared my mama or my daddy was sitting there through the window seeing what I was doing. Because I probably don't cut up in second period. They don't got a call and snuck up to the school. Right. So that's where we're at with this. We're not raising our kids the way we used to raise kids. The problem was we got grandmothers that's the same age as the mother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you.
I was doing the math. The mama was 39 with the 15-year-old. I was doing the math.
Oh, Ashley, I put that my
right.
I was over in my calculator. That's why I was kept looking down. Like I'm like, okay, he said 16, 14. Right. Okay, so she was 23 when she had the first one. Got it. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but even in that process, we came to that era where we was trying to be friends with our kids. We wanted to be buddies. They want to be pals. Our generation, about that 2000 era of kids starting to be born, those parents is like, almost like, this is my little brother, this is my little sister. And your kids really respect you like that.
No, not here. Not here in my household. My kids know. My oldest is 28, my twins is 20, my granddaughter is 8, and they all know if I look at them the right way,
that's right.
They already know what's going to happen. So anyway, I'm looking up at the clock, y'all. Two things I want to say before we go. Ja'Cory sent us something incredible to make sure that you get your tickets for this incredible concert series that is getting ready to happen. You want to make sure that you get on the train or get on the bus, Gus. This particular, the Queen's Legend, 4 legends on one stage, which is Gladys Knight, Chaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, and Stephanie Mills, coming to a city near you. Those of us in the Bay Area, is coming on May 10th to Oakland, California. Tickets are available. You can get those now. Last but not least, as we get ready to go, listen, as I've been telling you all for months, and every time we get to this point in the show, I say, hey, we're not out of conversation. We're only out of time. Well, we've created a new way for us to communicate, and that is, as of last week, we have started doing an after show type thing on Instagram. Now, those of you looking at the screen, all of our Instagram handles are on the screen, so make sure that you follow each and every one of us. We're going to plan the exact time. We'll let you know the exact time that we're going to do it, so we can do it every week, so you can tune in at the exact time. But we're starting with Ashton's page, and all of us will join in so that we can get as many people to make it happen. So we're trying to think of did we come up with a name? The Afterglow, did we come up with anything as of yet?
I thought you said the post show.
We're still working on it. We'll get a name, but the show is just a brief synopsis of what we've talked about here on Shop Talk. You'll be able, I like that. That's not bad. And you'll be able to join us and make things happen. But listen, it is time for us to get ready to go. And on behalf of all of us, Yolanda Morant, Ja'Cory Prothro, Demetrius Hunter, and Ashlyn Cole, my name is Demetrius Tollfree. Till the next time on this same Shop Talk Network, at the same Shop Talk time, you know how we do it. You can help us say it. I'll holla.